Ali Buffon! Guess who? Guess who? It's him again!
Here are the top 18 World Cup players of all time. Number 18, Gianluigi Buffon. Though Italy's performances in the last two World Cups have been subpar, Gianluigi Buffon's overall performance in the 4 World Cups, he's been to 5, have been nothing short of brilliant, especially when he stood on his head in 2006. He holds the record for the least amount of goals conceded during a World Cup, 2 in 7 matches, and he came up with save after save en route to the Azzurri's World Cup title. If it wasn't for his brilliant reaction save against Zidane, France would have another World Cup title. Number 17, Eusebio. If we're going to constantly compare Lionel Messi to Maradona, why don't we do the same with Cristiano Ronaldo and Eusebio? Eusebio scored 9 goals in 6 games at his only World Cup, leading Portugal to a 3rd place finish. Over to you, Cristiano. Number 16, Ferenc Puskás, the greatest player on perhaps the greatest international side of all time. Puskás was the premier attacking threat of a nation that lost only once in 51 matches between 1950 and 1956. Sadly for Puskás in Hungary, that was the 1954 final. The miracle of Bern denied him a place amongst the victors, but he did manage 4 goals during the tournament. Number 15, Miroslav Klose. If you had to add up the total distance of all 16 of the World Cup goals that he scored, it'd probably reach just to about the top of the box. But you can't argue against 16 World Cup goals. That is the record after all. What's more, he's only one of 3 players to have scored in 4 different tournaments and the only player to have scored at least 4 goals in 3 different tournaments.
Goal number 16. We have a World Cup record supplied by Miroslav Klose.
Number 14, Paolo Rossi. Rossi scored 3 goals and added 4 assists when Italy finished 4th in 1978. And then the Juventus legend earned Italy the cup in '82 after scoring 6 goals in the final 3 matches, a hat-trick against Brazil, a brace against Poland in the semifinal, and 1 in the final against West Germany. Number 13, Just Fontaine. Fontaine's is a record that will never be broken. In one World Cup, totaling 6 matches, the Frenchman scored 13 goals. And although France were defeated in the semifinal, the striker also holds the record for most consecutive matches with a goal, and that number is 6. Number 12, Sir Bobby Charlton. At the age of 28, the Manchester United attacker led England to glory on home soil at the 1966 World Cup. Charlton scored against Mexico in the group stage and added a brace down Eusebio's Portugal in the semifinal. He was named to the midfield of the '66 All-Star team and finished with 14 appearances and 4 goals over 3 different tournaments. Number 11, Xavi, the metronomic presence in Spain's 2010 World Cup winning side. Xavi brought to fruition of a hyper-possession-based style of play which is now known as tiki-taka. While others claim to dictate play and manage matches from the heart of the midfield, none have come even close to exerting the influence that Xavi showcased in South Africa.
There it is, Spain are world champions.
Number 10, Romario, the star of the USA 1994 World Cup. Romario scored 5 goals for Brazil while claiming the Golden Ball as the tournament's top player. In the business end of the tournament, Romario scored against the Netherlands in the quarters, against Sweden in the semis, and converted the all-important second penalty against Italy after Marcio Santos had his attempt saved. Number 9, Lothar Matthäus with 25 appearances. No player has played in more World Cup matches than Matthäus. A member of the 5 straight German World Cup squads, the Bayern Munich legend went toe-to-toe with Maradona in both the 1986 and 1990 final, captaining his side to a victory in the latter. Number 8, Garrincha. When Pelé went down injured in 1962, it was Garrincha, the man many consider to be the greatest dribbler of all time, who stepped up and inspired the team in Chile. The joy of the people won the tournament twice while scoring 5 goals from his wide position. Number 7, Johan Cruyff. Cruyff only appeared in 1 World Cup finals, the 1974 edition, but he was the mastermind behind one of the competition's most legendary sides. The Dutchman scored 4 goals while introducing the world to the concept of total football, and he has the move now known as the Cruyff turn. Number 6, Gerd Müller. Der Bomber cemented his World Cup legacy in 1970 by scoring 10 goals to propel West Germany to a 3rd place finish, but he furthered his status by scoring 4 at the following tournament, including the match-winning goal against the Netherlands in the final. With 14 goals in only 13 games, Müller has one of the best scoring records in the tournament's history. Number 5, Zinedine Zidane, the hero of the 1998 final. With a brace against Brazil, Zidane was again the icon during his swan song in the 2006 final, although for very different reasons. Still, his performances throughout the entire 1998 and 2006 events make for the most majestic YouTube highlight reels around.
The finest player that I've ever seen in the modern era, Zinedine Zidane.
Number 4, Franz Beckenbauer. The captain of the West German side that upset the Netherlands in the 1974 final, Dirk Kaiser did it while essentially inventing the sweeper position. His 5 goals from the libero position tell you everything you need to know about his swashbuckling style. Number 3, Ronaldo the Phenomenon was precisely that at both the 1998 and 2002 tournaments, and his total of 15 World Cup goals speaks for itself. His brace in the 2002 final saw him named the final MVP, an award that sits next to his 98 Golden Ball, 2002 Silver Ball, and 2002 Golden Boot. Number 2, Diego Armando Maradona. No player has taken a tournament by the scruff of the neck quite like Maradona in 1986, where he was awarded the Golden Ball while also scoring the goal of the century. Number 1, Pele, the only player to win 3 World Cups. Pele reigned supreme on the international stage for 15 years. He dominated the 1958 tournament as a 17-year-old and then did the same at the 1970 edition at the age of 29.